what's on the dance card, ladies? It's Saturday night. A little happy hour.
Not me, gentlemen. I'm going straight home to watch my disc. I got the Criterion Puppy Swoop.
Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And tonight we are celebrating Holy Grails, Ark of the Covenants, Indiana Jones type stuff. Because tonight we are talking about an item that I have continually chased my entire adult life, from teenage years to now.
For 16 years I pursued him, only to see him give me the slip time and time again. But he's become my white whale.
And finally, God bless America, one has finally arrived in the Wax Night basement. And I thought tonight we would take a look at that. And it is the one, the only, gloriously fun 1978 NBC movie starring our favorite band, Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. A little history before we get into the Laserdisc. 1988. Danny rented this Phantom of the Park white clamshell box from the video store, came to my house with Phantom of the Park and Gene Simmons' solo album on cassette, and everything changed for me. I fell in love with the band that night, and I remember clearly Danny asking me, "Do you really only like them because of the makeup?" And I said no, but back then I was lying. I did like them because of the makeup, and I think it's safe to say that. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you only like them because of the theatrics, you don't like them because of the songs. Well, the makeup is what pulls us in. The songs is what keeps us here. So it's all relevant. It's all safe. I fell in love with them because of the makeup. And, you know, because I was a Star Wars boy. And, you know, seeing a Phantom of the Park type movie. I was a Star Wars kid. Grew up loving Incredible Hulk, Wonder Woman, Buck Rogers. You know, I loved action, science fiction, fun, silly stuff like this. I loved Motley Crue. So you introduced me to a new Motley Crue type band in a science fiction action movie like this. Add in the persona of the makeup. I was hooked. Hook, line, and sinker, a Kiss fan from that day forth. As part of me loving this movie, I fell in love with it pretty fast and pretty hard. Danny, Brett, and myself just renting this non-stop, almost every weekend, renting it from Video Exchange and just memorizing almost all the lines. I loved everything about this movie, the cheesiness, the lines.
It was him, or his twin.
The coolness of those robes during the pool scene.
You're welcome.
Not to mention the songs. Back then, Love Gun was one of my favorite records. I Stole Your Love was huge. Seeing I Stole Your Love on this movie warmed my heart. And then when Danny and I went to our first Kiss concert, which was Hot in the Shade, they opened with I Stole Your Love, which only made me love this movie even more. It made me feel like I was actually living what the kids at Magic Mountain went through. And it just added to this magic mystery I loved about this band. Fast forward a bit, Danny had driven us to Liberty Sound and Video, where Danny, Brett, and myself always rented horror movies. The cheesier, the better. One night in Liberty Sound, Danny and I were thumbing through the Laserdisc, and we hit K, and we pulled this Laserdisc out, and our jaws hit the floor. And I think it had to do with how big the cover art was. It was like holding an album. I remember it was $30. There was no way I could convince my mom that this was a good purchase. We did not have a Laserdisc player at home. There was no way to watch this. So we walked away empty-handed, and this Laserdisc became a bit of a mystery to me and a must-have. I had to own this one day. It just never left my mind, and the dream was born that night inside Liberty Sound and Video. And I think what is so magical about the dream being born then, not only is it time and history, technology was not around yet. To find this Laserdisc, we had to find it in a store. And there were years going to malls, going to Suncoast Video, hoping to run across the Phantom of the Park Laserdisc again, and we never did. And then around the Revenge era, Kmart began selling Phantom of the Park on VHS for $9.99, probably like $10. You could own Phantom of the Park on VHS, Good Times Video, and it was amazing because no longer we didn't have to rent it anymore. We could actually own it, watch it anytime we wanted, and there were many, many summers I just spent every summer night, even through college, just watching Phantom of the Park over and over again. And the dream never died. You know, college ended. I ended up moving to Kansas City with Danny in an apartment, and the dream never died. We still hunted for this Laserdisc everywhere. Malls, record stores, KISS conventions. And then it dawned on us one day, slow learners, that maybe we should check eBay for this. And that became an even more daunting task. Every time I found it on eBay, it was just way, way overpriced. I remember one time I shot a guy an offer and he replied back that this was out of print.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Well, no shit. It's out of print. They don't make Laserdisc anymore, sir. And that's where my frustration grew, but also just my dream never ever died. And I think that's what's special about all this, and special to me about this vlog. I know it sounds silly because, wow, it's a Laserdisc, big deal. This was a vision of mine from when I was 15 years old. 15 years old, standing in Liberty Sound and Video, holding this Laserdisc, and then never, ever, ever seeing it again or holding it again until 2022. 48 years old, finally own Phantom of the Park on Laserdisc, and I am simply overjoyed. Let's take a look at the glorious cover and back cover of the mighty Phantom of the Park Laserdisc. How beautiful is that? And even more beautiful is when you put an item you have waited years for into the machine and hit play.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard you will find to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart.
Thank you for hanging out with us tonight and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia here in the basement. I know this Phantom of the Park Laserdisc is nothing cool, it's nothing special, it's just a Laserdisc. There's nothing amazing about it, but to me, the amazing thing is the history, the passion, the patience it takes to find an item like this. And all of this stuff, no matter what you want, from an Australian comb to a KISS bumper sticker, all of this stuff comes back to you. It really does. And I know that sounds weird, but man, it's all about the fun of being a KISS fan and that passion. And when you have that passion, when you have that trust, and when you have that patience, above all patience, because a lot of this stuff takes time, this shit comes back to you. It really does. Passion, trust, patience. Thank you for hanging with us. Take care, be safe, be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. We will talk to you soon.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you